Oh, hiya, I'm Terry. I live in Leeds with my wife and my family. We've lived here now about 30 years, but I'm actually a lad from Liverpool. We go back now and then to see the family and friends, and of course to get my sense of humour back. I remember the first time I saw my missus. Wow, for me it was love at first sight. I went in this bar, there she was, stood there, drinking a pint glass, her best mild. I looked at her, I thought, what a woman, she's the woman for me. Now, I'm only joking. She wasn't drinking out of a pint glass. It was a local, she had her own tankard. Anyway, in those days, she had a figure like, wow, they used to call it in them days an hourglass figure. It went in and out in all the right places. 40 years on, mind you, and all the sands fell to the bottom. And I'll tell you what else too, she's really funny. The other day she said to me, what do you think of reincarnation? I said, well, to be honest, I've never really thought about it. She said, well, go on. If you're going to come back as something, what would it be? I said, I don't know. I said, professional footballers don't do so bad, do they now? Or I'll tell you what, professional golfers, they go on a lot longer and they won't have to do all that hard training. Hey, I'll tell you what I really would like to come back as. How about a doorman at the brothel? Because he'd get staff discount, wouldn't he? Well, she wasn't too keen on that. But anyway, we have a smashing time. And I've got to tell you something. You can see I'm not a young man anymore. And I'm going to tell you, when they tell you that sex gets better as you get older, don't you believe it? Instead of in the old days where you climb into bed and it'd be, it's, ow, mind me bunion, oh, me back. I said, nothing like it, you know, don't believe all that rubbish. I said, the other night, I thought, I fancy me chances tonight. So I jumped into bed. No, I didn't really jump into bed. When you get to my age, you sit your bum on the edge, you roll back, turn over and hope you land in the right spot. Anyway, I put my arm round her and I, oh no. So I thought, that's not going to put me off. Put my leg over, went to give her a little kiss. I thought, where is she? I can't find her. Got a mouthful of careless. Didn't put me off. Put my arms around her and she started doing the theme music from Countdown. Tick tock, da 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 da, bong, get off. So that's how it goes when you get older. Mind you, we're happy here, living here in Leeds with the family. I mean, I've got a smashing little pub down the road where I meet my mates. Went in there the other night and there's Bill. Bill's an MP. And he said, how's it going, Terry? How's the old retirement going? I said, oh, it's going all right. He said, you know, I enjoy my job so much. I don't think I'll ever retire. I said, hang on, Bill, you're an MP. First of all, you've got to get a proper job to retire from. And then there's Harry. Harry comes in. He's only 5 foot tall, Harry, and about 20 stone. Can't believe it when you see him. He rolls in. I said, Harry, look at you. You're getting bigger and bigger, lad. I said, you look like you've started a famine somewhere, and I look like I've come from it. Anyway, Harry gets a pint in and he says, how are you doing? I said, well, it's funny you should say that. I've had a bit of a funny week, really. I said, I was watching the telly the other night. There's a knock on the door. I go to the door and it's the window cleaner come for his money. So I looked around. I haven't got any money on me. So I said, the window cleaner's here, love. She said, I'm in the shower. I said, do you want me to send him up? She said, no, you cheeky bugger. Get the money out my bag. So I went, hang on, mate. I went in the kitchen, opened the bag. I'm looking round. God, there's bloody all sorts, tissues and half-eaten bars of chocolate, and there's all sorts of stuff. At one point I thought I'd found an unexploded bomb from the Second World War, but it turned out to be a flask. Anyway, clink. What's this? Half a bottle of whiskey. I've been married to her nearly over 40 years. I've never known her drink whiskey. Bill says, do you know, that's a coincidence. He said there was a knock on the door the other night. It was the milkman wanting his money. He said, and I shouted to her, and she said, oh, have a look in my bag. He said, I went to her bag, and I looked in, and there was a packet of 20 fags. I've never, ever known a smoke in the 30 years we've been married. A little Harry, he's not all there, Harry, really. He said, no, that's a coincidence. He said, I was looking in my missus' handbag for a few bob to have a bet on the horses, and I found a packet of Durex. I said, I've been married to her 20 years. I never knew she had a willy. Nobody kidding. Anyway, what can I tell you? Did you hear about the fellas with all this rain they've been having? They decided to have a snail race. So they both got a snail, put it on the marks, a pounder race, off they went. An hour. And this fella, he hadn't won one race. He thought, what am I going to do with this snail? Oh, I know, this shell looks a bit heavy. I'll take it off. So he pulled it, and off came the shell. Put it down, but it didn't make any difference. He was still sluggish. That's a tough one, isn't it? Did you hear about the 2 packets of crisps walking down the road? All of a sudden a car screeched round the corner and banged straight into them. The driver pulled up quick, got out, run back. He said, are you all right? How do you feel? He said, we're a bit broke up, like. He said, but we'll be all right. He said, well, look, the least I can do is let me run you home. He said, no, you're all right, we're walkers. Walkers, Chris. What? Excuse me, it's the wife's mate. She's come round to borrow a bottle of gin. No, love, crisps. You know, crisps. Walkers. No, that's Johnny Walker's whiskey, love. It wouldn't work, that, would it? 2 bottles of whiskey walking down. Hey, sorry, I'll have to go sort it out. See ya.